Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-April general reading. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you for being here. Please remember this is a general reading. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. You don't want those problems. If you want a full picture of your energy, check your moon, rising, and Venus. However, if you need a personal reading, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Links in the description box below, or you can go to the website up above, Sagittarius. And each month this year, I will be giving something away to make 2021 the best I can. I'm doing my contribution. You can check that out on social media. If you want to get these readings super early, you can join Patreon. All those links are in the description box below. So, Sagittarius, we have Cracker. Positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune await. Grandfather Sky. An consciousness of lack and nobility. Okay. So I feel like you're shifting through some negative energy. It could be that you just want to connect with someone, or you're lonely, sad, or you're feeling like there's some conflict in your life, okay? But the thing is, whatever you've gotten rid of is bringing good fortune into your life, okay? You just have to look at it from a higher perspective. It's time to reevaluate your choices. That's what's happening here, okay? So don't be tempted to go back to an old way of living, or following the pack, or doing what everyone else is doing. You have to follow your own happiness, okay? Sagittarius, I feel like you have a good foundation around you, whether this is friends or family. But I feel like you have a good foundation. You know, this is like connecting with people that are good for you, or situations that are good for you, opens your heart up. And you're soon going to be ready for new beginnings. But you have to remember everything that you learned. You know, this is like how you feel inside. Your environment should also reflect that. The relationships you get in should reflect that. Your life, your career goals should reflect that as well. Okay, so we have the Queen of Coins, the Page of Wands, Judgment, Ten of Wands, the Hangman, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups, Three of Wands, Eight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Three of Coins. So Sagittarius, it looks like you have been working with your environment. So this is like if you lost a job, if you lost a love, if something has changed in your life, you decide to go with the flow instead of against it. And by doing that, you find success. You find power within yourself with the Queen of Wands. You feel good. You feel nurtured. You feel like things are coming your way. Beautiful energy. So in the center we have the Hangman, and this is about a full change of perspective. Things have happened in your life for you to make better choices, like wake-up calls in your life, things that you needed to pay attention to. And now it's time for you to go in that energy, or towards that energy of being happy, okay? I feel like there is a love offer coming into you during this time, but I feel like you need to wait to make a decision on it, to see how how this is going to work, because I almost feel like there's a bit of trapped energy here. Like whoever this is, they can't really make a decision, right? This is like somebody who was like, oh, I'm going to make a choice for Sagittarius. I know what I want. And then when it came down to it, in their mind, they weren't very clear on what it is they want. And it's because you had changed, you know? You decided to nurture yourself. You're not going to put up with anything stupid with this person. So your perspective has changed, and this person has seen that you have changed, and now they don't know what to do. Because they just felt like everything was going to be the same, but you're about moving forward into your own happiness, okay? So, yeah, this was all triggered by like a new beginning, you know? Someone's choice to act or do something gave you what you needed to follow your own dreams and your own heart. I feel like it's been a lot of responsibility. It's been a lot, and you don't want to go back on that. It's interesting because even though you were kind of forced into this new beginning, I do feel like there was a little bit of waiting for this person to make a decision or to do something or to be more clear on their actions or their thoughts or to clear something up in their life. And I feel like they haven't. It's like they haven't mastered what it is they need to do. But you're already on a higher level mentally than they are at this point. And if something does not make you feel good, you're not going to be a part of it. Even though you do miss this person. Even though you do miss it. Okay, so this is an interesting situation, Sagittarius, because I feel like this person really cared about you, okay? But they cared about you. Okay, they cared about you in a way that felt very balanced. How do I say this? So this is a person that cares about you in a way that harmonized with their life. So they didn't step out of themselves. They weren't trying to transform. It's almost like, yeah, it's fine for the everyday. It's fine for coming home and doing the same things, kind of. But you needed more than that. You know, you wanted to expand. It's almost like mentally you might not have been connecting with this person. So it feels like it wasn't nurturing to you in your heart, in an emotional sense. And you just didn't have any hope for it, for the relationship moving forward. So you realized that there were other options. I feel like you wanted to keep your options open. This is like wanting to make a new life for yourself. Wanting to be in a situation that feels practical or that's worth your investment in your time. And the journey that you were going on just didn't seem like it was taking you there. You know, you felt trapped in a situation when there was so many other options for you out there. This is interesting because I feel like, I also feel like for some of you who are going through a hard time, you're focusing more on your work or diving more into a project to help get you through your emotions of confusion or whatever it is. So yeah, you decided to move forward. What's interesting is I feel like whoever you were dealing with impulsively was like, okay, that's fine. They continued to take care of themselves, and they allowed their ego to overpower how they truly felt. They almost felt like you were going to come back. But I feel what happened was you really started nurturing yourself and building up your self-confidence. This was almost what you needed. And it worked in your favor and not in theirs. And they thought that they were going to win. But they did not. So this relationship has crumbled because I feel like you don't have the same ideas that you had about this person or this relationship. Okay? I do feel like you think about them a lot. The problem is I don't think that this person has changed. Yeah, it still isn't nurturing to you and your future, you know? I feel like if you were to get back into this, Sagittarius, it's just because it was something that you got used to working on. But it's just like a dream. It's not really practical. It's too much work with not enough outcome. So you're worried about not being happy or overindulging in just one sense of happiness. So I feel like this person is trying to talk to you again. You don't want the responsibility of it. You know, you don't want the heaviness of it all. Because I feel like you have left the baggage behind. You know, your perspective has changed. Your feelings about this situation has changed. You're definitely more in control of your emotions than you were before. I do feel like this person is coming in to create some sort of victory or get back into control of this situation. The problem is with the sun here, I feel like enlightenment has approached. Okay? And they want this sort of success and glory, but they're not thinking about the hard work and dedication that needs to be put in it. With the Nine of Wands in reverse, they're distracted. Like, they want you back, yes, but they're not sure why besides wanting to win. You know, I feel like it's still, they still haven't really made a decision. They're just trying to get back to, I want to say safe. Yeah, a steady, you know, they got used to the pattern and they want the pattern back. So it's less about love and more about the pattern. But the thing is, you're more lucrative by yourself, Sagittarius. Yeah, now that you have not been working on this thing, you're realizing stuff that you put on the back burner to deal with the emotions that were coming up in this relationship. And This is like thinking about all the negative stuff that will happen if you go back to this person. Because I feel like they want you to come back, but you don't feel like that's the best place for you to go. It would just be out of vanity and idealism that you would go back to this person. Honestly. Yeah. You may think about it for a little while, but you're going to see that this is not where you want to be. Yeah, the door is open, that's fine, but I don't feel like it's where you want to be. The offer is just too superficial. It doesn't have a lot of love motivation behind it. And you're just going to move on with your life. Yeah, you're listening to your intuition on this one, and your intuition's telling you to move on. I do feel like this person feel like they missed out on something big. This what's interesting is they feel like you're trapped in your mind about what has happened in the past. They don't understand that you realize that this was not the relationship for you. This was not the bond that you were looking for, and you are just living your best life. Okay? Let me see this. Yeah, you're moving towards your happiness, right? You are. This is like you're releasing control, Sagittarius. Yeah, because, you know, this is not about ego. If this was about ego, you would go back to this person, but it's not. This is like knowing that you even attempted to think about this because you missed a connection. This is like you weighed the pros and cons. You weighed the pros and cons and decided to keep your wall up or keep both of you separated because you wanted to make those changes in your life. Okay, so we have Stork, Ring. Is these the same 3 cards? And Anchor. You know who had these? I want to say Gemini. I'm not sure. But you're in the process of transforming in a new beginning. So something that you once felt super committed to, but it conflicted with your choices for yourself. So you had to make a decision to follow your dreams or go back to the past. You know what I mean? Like follow your truth or to not follow your truth. And this is like nurturing your truth, even though it's going to cause conflict, which in turn causes change, obviously, you know. But you've thought of, you know, this is like Sagittarius, you already knew what you wanted to do. It's just that this was an opportunity for you to be in that physical power and make that choice out loud, you know, for the universe to hear. So journaling cards, we have, how can I use my intuition to gain more clarity in my life? What can I do to nurture my mind, body, and soul more? I wish I knew how to get this to focus, but what drains my energy and how can I remove it from my life or protect myself from its negative effect? And we have be a tourist. Take a walk through a place where you've been many times before and notice it on purpose as if for the first time. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, or feel that you would otherwise have taken for granted? All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for allowing me to do this for you. I love you, and I'll see you next week for the love readings. Bye-bye.